Harvestella was one of my most anticipated games of 2022. And after getting a chance to sit down and playing the demo, I have to admit that I am a little underwhelmed, but still slightly optimistic about this game. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, AndyB, and I got a few things to say about that Harvestella demo that just launched over on the Nintendo eShop. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel and you like JRPGs, make sure you hit the like button on this video, subscribe for more. I got a bunch of future content coming up, whole bunch of JRPG stuff like that. I love JRPGs, you love JRPGs. Come along, hang out, let's have some fun. So let's just get right into this. Harvestella. It is one of the many farm PGs that we've seen in the last couple of months. This was one of the first ones that they showed off, though. This one was at the earlier Nintendo Direct that we had at the beginning of this year, and it extremely excited me. I thought the game looked amazing. I'm really looking forward to playing the game. I played the demo, like I said. I don't know, there's just something about this game that really captivated me from the first trailer I saw until the last trailer at this last Nintendo Direct. So I was really excited when at the end of the Direct they announced there was a demo for, free. You can download it, play it, do all those sorts of things, and that's what I did. Like I mentioned in the intro, the opening, it's kind of underwhelming a little bit, and it's sad to say. So basically this game is, you start off, this main character kind of awakens in this, like with amnesia, you awake in the forest, and it's in the middle of the season of death called Quietus, and you're found by one of the characters, Cress, and she's like, what are you doing out here, man? You gotta go back inside, like you can't be out here doing all this stuff. And so she kind of takes you, she's a nurse, and she kind of helps you feel a little better and stuff like that. And then she goes, hey, you're gonna live here in this house, and also too, this is your farm. Like, oh, okay, cool. So we're farming. Awesome. Okay. So I'm playing the game and I'm getting all these items and I'm farming. I'm doing all these different things. I'm like, okay, so this is a farm simulator. I got that. Okay, cool. You got your usual suspects here. You got carrots, not carrots. You got onions or whatever, how you pronounce it. You got wheat, you got grass, you got lettuce, all sorts of different things you can plant and you can grow and stuff like that. And you have to use a hoe to like dig the ground, and then you have to water the plants. It's interesting stuff. And you take these items the next day, because you can sleep to fast forward the day, because there's a day and night cycle in this game, which we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute, and how annoying that one was for me in the demo. And you put them in this little case that gets sent off. It's like a shipment case, and that's how you make your money, I guess, because you can't sell anything at the shop. Nothing. You could buy stuff. You could buy new seeds. You could buy backpack level 2 and level 3 and so on and so forth. So apparently, it's kind of like you get more storage if you buy it and stuff like that. And that's really it. There's no rhyme or reason besides that. Like, that's the only reason to farm, is just to get more things to farm. And I'm assuming later you can get better things for it and expand your farm and stuff like that. But in the demo, it's very short-lived, and that's about it. So that's the farming aspect of the game, and I didn't like most of it. I really didn't. And I'm a big fan of farm simulators. I really wouldn't say that, but I guess I really enjoy playing stuff like Animal Crossing. I've always been a big fan of Animal Crossing, so I was excited about this because I love JRPGs. And this is an action RPG as well. So after you get your farming, you get your farm set up, you start doing all that stuff, you get to go out and adventure a little bit, right? They tell you to go and check out this area so you can start mining for more items, right? Because you want to be able to build a shovel and stuff like that, because there's rocks in your farm. Cool. So you go out to this area, okay? And they just go, hey, you have a sword. Okay, so I can attack things now? Cool. So it's just, you smash the Y button for a little bit and you can attack and kill these enemies, and you get stuff from them, like different things to plant, like you get berries and other materials you need to forage and stuff like that. Cool. And at the end of the little area, there's two cool looking evil dudes, but it says maybe it's not a good time to attack them or go up to them. So maybe it's just because it's a demo, or it's also just chapter 1. But I was like, oh, okay. So then it hits a little later in the game, a little, like in the top right corner, it shows you, like top right corner, like literally shows you what time it is. When you get to a certain time, the game literally starts to kind of dim, and you get tired and you fall asleep. You're tethered to a day and night cycle. So you have it's kind of like the most annoying Zelda game of all time, Majora's Mask, where you are forced to do everything you can in a specific time frame. It's very frustrating. So you do that part, you wake up, and then there's just like, oh my gosh, there's this giant crystallis thingy, we should go inside of it. Okay, so you do, and you find this person in armor. They're laying down. You pick them up, take them back. Everyone's mad at you for doing that because they're considered an omen, which they're like bad people. And the mayor's like, you don't need to do that. We shouldn't be doing these. And that's okay, cool. So then she wakes up, her armor dissolves or whatever, and she's some cool character that we don't really know much about. And you play more of the game, you figure out more of the story, you do more stuff. You get another job class because there's job classes in the game, which is really interesting and really cool. I'm really looking forward to doing more of that. But then the day and night cycle kicks back in because you're sent off on a mission and you meet this really cool bad mother trucker looking dude, and he helps you out. He's an omen, and he's like, we don't usually work with humans, but then you guys work together and you do all these things together, and it's really, really cool. And then it hits like 10 or 11 p.m. and the game starts to dim. You're like, well, I guess I better go back home. And you go back home and you go to sleep and you wake up and you do it all over again. And it's frustrating that I just can't go and do what I want to do. I have to keep going back. I have to keep farming and doing all these things. And it sucks. It's so frustrating because the action RPG elements of the game where you're just hacking away and you're slashing and you get new abilities like, you know, fire slash and stuff like that. And you get the mage job class and you can cast spells from a distance. It's really fun. It's awesome. It's engaging until it's not, because then you have to go back and sleep and you have to farm and you have to get things and ship them out and all these things. And I just feel like it shouldn't be there. It doesn't fit for me personally. And you only get, so the demo is 2 chapters or 15 days, and then it's done, right? And it saves and it carries over into the full game, which comes out November 4th, I believe. And I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to pick it up or not, because right now I'm in the middle of playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3. My buddy and I, we share our Nintendo Switch accounts, and he has a bunch of RPGs that I've been looking to get into. So I might start playing some of those. We have Bayonetta 3 coming out, you know, and then there's Pokemon at the end of November. So it's like, when am I going to have time to play this game? And that's what I like about these demos. But it's like, yes, there's parts of this that I thought were really fun and exciting, but then there's the farming parts that just really kind of turn me off. And I don't know exactly how I feel. Because at first, this isn't my first time recording this video, might I add. Actually, I recorded a very negative video on this game. But then playing through more of the demo and beating the demo, I was like, okay, I can't post that one because that's not exactly how I feel anymore. Because after playing through all the demo and putting in almost 5 hours, I'm definitely feeling better than I was a couple days ago. But I still don't know if it's worth it for me. I'm just curious, did you guys play the Harvestella demo? If you guys did, make sure you leave a comment below letting me know if you are going to be picking it up. What were your thoughts on the game? I'm still kind of torn. I think it's fun, but it's definitely got parts that are throwing me off, and I don't know if it's worth a $60 value for me personally, especially with the time that it's coming out with everything else around it. But if you're interested in it, please let me know down below. And again, thank you guys so much for always liking my videos, commenting on videos, subscribing to the channel. I can't wait to have more conversations with y'all. Catch you in the next one. Peace.